You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, General Hospital fans, I've got your early edition spoilers for next week. June 2nd through the 6th, it looks like Michael's war will erupt. Gio is accusing his parents, plus Drew may actually have a moment of panic. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we are going to talk about what's coming next week. But as we always do on Early Edition Day, we talk about what's coming the rest of this week just to set the context for all of that. If you're not following us, please reach down, click that subscribe button. Let's dive right in. Wednesday, May 28th, we have got Maxie there supporting Nina, who is very stressed out. She's talking with Maxie about Michael's unexpected blindside return at the nurses' ball and him preemptively taking Amelia while he went personally to snatch Wiley and, of course, the coming custody battle. And Nina tells Maxie that something is going to change everything for the custody hearing, and I'm betting that's Michael's return, especially hot on the heels of Drew's scandal and other issues. Speaking of Michael, he happily reunites with the Corinthos family. And of course, Jason was the only one who had any sort of heads up, and he didn't get much of one. Sonny, Carly, others completely blindsided. The family is, of course, going to rally around Michael as he goes to war to stop Drew from winding up with his kids. Dante and Brook Lynn hope that Gio will listen to them. Tracy texted to give them a heads up that he was at the Q mansion. And of course, BLQ told Lois she can't go along. But honestly, Gio really does need to talk to Lois. So Dante and BLQ are desperate to make Gio understand that they didn't know about him. And yes, they do care. And they're going to talk to him hot on the heels of Gio blasting the family, calling the Quartermaines a bunch of liars. So this is not going to be an easy sell. And Gio wants to know, he demands to know what their excuse is. And he might be talking to his bio mom, Brook Lynn, because Dante didn't even know about the pregnancy until that night. So BLQ has to think carefully also when Dante asks her, would she have ever told him they had a child if her hand hadn't been forced by these circumstances? And we do know she's been tormented for a while. Plus, Chase is going to come clean, and so he may tell Dante that he found out recently that, Brook Lynn and his bestie had a baby. And I do think, Chase is going to insist that his wife is innocent in this and was very young. And I think Dante is going to be pretty understanding overall, probably more so with Brook Lynn than with Lulu. And Olivia rages at Lois, who defends her actions and tells Olivia that she can't understand until she's been in the exact same position. What's interesting and ironic about that, and we cannot ever forget that Sonny had no clue about his own son, Dante, for almost 30 years, because Olivia had been lying to his face for all that time. So Olivia has been in kind of a hybrid of Brook Lynn and Lois's position. So she really shouldn't throw stones because she definitely was living in a glass house for a while. Plus, Drew asks Willow, please don't do this. It's almost like he's begging, but she insists to Drew that she has to try, and it looks like she is going to try and venture into the lion's den and talk to Michael about giving her back the kids. Plus, Carly wants to know how Michael knew it was the exact moment that he needed to come home. And I still want to know at what point he's going to find out that Willow came and was told he refused to see her, because that's down to Drew. We'll see if that gets exposed. On Thursday, May 29th, Sasha counsels Cody, and he is, likely quite worried about the backlash because Dante is devastated by the baby Gio bombshell. And of course, Cody feels really bad for how it went down, and he knows Dante's going to have questions for him about back then as teens, and also with, more recently with Lulu. Brook Lynn and Ned have a long overdue talk, and Brook Lynn is finally going to tell her dad all about the teen pregnancy. Both of them, of course, are furious at Lois. Lulu has to face Dante. Obviously, he's going to hear from BLQ, probably from Chase, maybe from Tracy, Gio as well, about Lulu's role in all this. And of course, Dante's not going to be happy with Lulu playing such a big part in this secret coming out in the worst possible way, because it's very clear Lulu was trying to hurt BLQ when she triggered this collateral damage, and she's trying to still excuse it under Dante had a right to know. And Carly agreed that he did, but not from Lulu's mouth. Michael and Jason talk about Drew and Willow in custody, plus Sasha and the new baby, plus Sonny's heart surgery. They have lots and lots to catch up on. And Kai and Trina got intimate earlier this week, and then later in the week, they take things to another level. So we might get I love yous. Friday, May 30th, Michael asks Sasha for something. Michael already reassured Sasha that if it's still what she wanted, she could raise the baby by herself. But his request might be about her subpoena in the custody case that Rick sent. Michael might have something very specific he wants Sasha to say. And of course, there's always a chance Rick knows that she's pregnant with Michael's baby. Curtis has some doubts and may be done with Portia. Ava has some advice for Nina, and Alexis, Christina, and Lucky do some brainstorming, obviously, about how to deal with Rick and Ava, and Elizabeth catches up with Laura. Going into the following week, June 2nd through the 6th, Dante and Brook Lynn are really trying hard to make things right with their son, Gio. And of course, they hate he's going through this. They feel really bad that Gio assumes he was unwanted. He may not believe Dante and BLQ at first. I think it's going to take Lois coming clean to Gio and owning all the lies that she and Camilla and Gloria told to get Gio to believe that his parents really didn't know and really didn't reject him. Michael's gearing up for battle in the courtroom. He's not playing games, and he came back ruthless and determined to destroy Drew. And if Willow stands by her man, then Michael will have to consider her an enemy as well. Nina tries to help Willow. And of course, Sonny at least sees that trying to avoid a custody war is the best thing. But Carly is going to keep amping up things because Carly's going to Carly, as we all know. And Cody worries about the future of his friendship with Dante. Not only did Dante he lied to Dante when they were teens, but of course he recently conspired with Lulu and was encouraging her and wound up being part of Dante's son being devastated. To some extent, Cody does have a little bit of an excuse since he found out as an adult who his bio dad was, but as Cody just told Lulu, his story is very different and he feels like they really screwed up. Portia fears what's next with Curtis because she is a lying liar who has more lies still to come out. Lulu's going to take heat from Tracy and others, and Lois will decide whether to stay or go, but she's definitely persona non grata in Port Charles. And Tracy, Ned, and Olivia unite to try and help Brook Lynn, Dante, and Gio through their turmoil. Sonny's probably going to offer some advice to Dante because he's been there, done that, got the Secret Dad t-shirt as well.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.